Hi, welcome to another program. Turkey's national jet program or air fighter program feels the risk of the economy and greatly where it has been felt. Now, I'm going to give, and I want to talk about this because most of the people, not only in Turkey but globally, believes that Turkey is going to, I would say, finish design and also manufacturing within 2030, and then it will be or it has the feasibility at least or ability also to produce its own military jets. Of course, Turkey has all the means of resources to do so. However, these resources cause Turkey to, I will say, or we believe also that delaying these projects. Now, why? And we want to give you here, bring two examples alive. One of them is Japan and one of them is South Korea. The Japan aims to start producing their new fighter within 2031, and they want to introduce their armies within 2035. The Japan Minister of Defense has indicated to Parliament that the production of the next generation should replace the Mitsubishi F2 during 2031. The first prototype is planned to be ready by 2024. The test will start then in 2028 and will be completed by 2031, and the first productions will be completed in 2035, and those planes will be introduced there. The conceptual, according to documents, the conceptual design is ongoing, and a total of 103 billion has been earmarked to initial design costs, including the first fleets. The Mitsubishi Heavy Industry will take local participation with the engagement on proposal led by IHI Corporation. Is a jet motor design company. It's going to be done by IHI Corporation. Now, South Korea, when it comes, has been developing its national program, so-called KFX, partnering with Indonesia. The development of this airjet has begun in 2015 and expected to be completed by 2026. It's planned that 40 units will be completed or handed over during 2026, and the other 80 units will be handed over in 2032. For the development of the project, the South Korea wants to spend only $5.4 billion during 2021. The total development cost is calculated to exceed a little bit over $100 billion. When it comes to TFX, the Turkish fighter conceptual air fighter project, is under development. It's estimated to cost around 20 billion, which is far less than the other two. The project has been delayed to 2024. Why? Because the F-16 modernization will take place. Meanwhile, the TFX program will be successfully completed. This is the initial intention. Because Turkey cannot finalize the conceptual design for the engine especially, that caused a major delay in the program, it is said. Therefore, the Turkish National Defense has decided to extend the lifetime of the F-16s that we have it as a big bulk till 2040s by changing 1,600 parts of it, and they are going to extend each F-16s by 1,200 hours. Now, each TFX is going to cost a little bit more than 100 million, which is the initial estimation. We are estimating like around 130 billion, due to the reasons that even Lockheed Martin has been using thousands of suppliers elsewhere, not only within the US but also elsewhere, manufacturers, to reduce the cost. Turkey is going to do it for the first time, and we expect the cost even much more higher than the F-35, which is around 100 million per unit. But the most important thing is the Japan and the South Korea that have been putting this budget for initial development and even the production into their, the annual budget, and that's presented to the parliaments, the respective parliaments. they have a commitment, and in order to have this commitment, they are backing up their how they are going to spend, what they are going to do, how they are going to collect these tax, and how they are going to spare it also to the program. So the budgets have already been implying that they have a commitment, and it is going to be done, it means. However, when it comes to Turkey, there is no commitment, such commitment. Yes, indeed, there is an intention. Everybody wants to have the nationalized air fighter or any engine that will be implemented into the industry, not only like military industry, but also civil industry too. However, there is no commitment, and commitment should be backed up with a budget that is going to be spared not only for a year, but at least during the lifetime of the project, at least development of the project. But there is none. There is but intention. If Turkey wants to, let's say, if we take it as a 100 billion in order to do all these projects, including the manufacturing of the first units or the first fleets for the Turkish Air Force, it's going to be around 100 billion. It means that from now on up until 2040, Turkey is going to spend additional $5 billion per year. This is around, I will say, 2 to 3% or 3 to 4% of the national budget a year. It is really, I don't believe, and we cannot also see the documentations, how they are going to be saved, how they are going to be collected without putting additional taxes on people's burden. That's the main concern that we have, and that's why we are thinking that the economy jeopardize the risk of developing national projects such as these, and this is a lack of government to take necessary measures in order to really support these kind of projects. Now, if Turkey wants to do that, they have to really modify the Turkish economy as soon as possible. Otherwise, we do believe that it will jeopardize the development of the national projects. Now, let me give you a live example. Russia. EU and US have been applying sanctions to Russia, which has been disrupting the Russian economy. This is a given fact. Everybody knows it. So why I am now saying this? Because Russia now seemingly, and we are going to make a program about this, has been changing its strategy on the Central Asia, which is the, I will say, the Turkic countries. Before, Russia has been using its economy and also its military in order to dictate their desires. Now we are seeing that Russia wants to pull back one step behind, and now they are going to use more politics and less dictation to these countries, because now we are seeing that in these countries like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and others, there is more inclusion of the Chinese business, the EU business, and the US business here, which is now reducing the effectiveness of Moscow in these countries, while these Turkic nations have been feeling more independent to develop independent policies against I will say Russia. We have been seeing this between the Tajik and Kyrgyz the border dispute. We can see this now. Kazakhstan wants to buy Turkish drones, like Azerbaijan has already done it, and this is not really being, how can I say, liked or appreciated by Moscow. But they have to do this because at home, according to the polls and the surveys, the Russians living in around, let's say, Russia, have been considering that why we are helping these countries. We have also our burdens. Why we are not spending more for our own country? Why we need to spend more there? Unless you pay or invest in these countries, you can lose your influence on these, I will say, Turkic nations very quickly. And this is because of the economy. So same for Turkey. If Turkey is not going to recover the economy, these projects will jeopardize because of the lack of economic support. That's simple as it is. That's a fact. So Turkey should really recover the economy before starting a new page. Otherwise, it's impossible to develop all these national, very vital, important projects. So if you like this video, please there's a like button underneath the screen and subscribe yourself to our channel. Have a nice day, and wherever you are, stay safe. Bye.